So mga kabalat, ipakita ko lang sa itong video na interview ni Risa Hontiveros ngayong gabi lamang. Patungkol ito sa hindi niya pagboto dito sa 100% foreign ownership, lalo na sa mga telco. Kasi parang mayroong batas na pwede nang payagan na 100% foreign ownership patungkol dito sa mga halimbawa telco at iba pang mga malalaking sa ating bansa. So sa akin, comment kayo mga kabanat kung anong reaction nyo dito about dito sa 100% foreign ownership. Halimbawa itong telco. Ay ba kayo na pwede na ang pagmamayari niyan ay foreigner na lahat at wala nang kapangyarihan yung Pilipino. So panoorin nyo muna itong dahilan ni Risa Hontiveros bakit hindi siya bumoto ng pabor dyan sa 100% ownership ng mga 100% foreign ownership. Panoorin nyo.
Well, Regina, I am saddened that many other critical services have been opened up to 100% foreign ownership. When our Senate President pro tempore, Sen. Ralph, actually proposed an amendment to the amendment by saying that we could have limited foreign ownership to at least 70%, so as to maintain a Philippine interest in those enterprises para alam natin what's going on inside those critical facilities. And Regina, specifically also, I voted no because our telecoms industry is now being opened up to 100% foreign ownership at a time that currently unfriendly states and even rogue non-state actors have the track record already and the capacity to engage in cyber warfare, something for which we are not yet capable. We don't have the policy for cyber defense. We don't have a program yet. At yan ay inamin sa amin sa Senado, Regina, mismo ni National Security Advisor Esperon in a hearing at the Senate almost exactly a year ago. Of course, since the end of martial law in 1986, trade and investment liberalization has proceeded apace here in the Philippines, and there has been progress made on that front. However, ang ebidensya pa rin ay hindi naman tayo nagkaroon through liberalization ng anumang klaseng golden age or Philippine economic miracle. We haven't evolved to become one of the Asian tigers like Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, or even Hong Kong.
Senator, what was the reaction and bakit may pushback when you proposed, or rather when Sen. Ralph proposed 70%? What was the reasoning? Was it not enough now?
Well, yun na nga yung nakapagtataka pa rin, Regina, because 70%, though it's not 100%, it is still above, way above. In fact, it's midway between the current maximum of 40% and the 100% that the bill is allowing. At ang maganda sana sa isang amyenda tulad ng 70% is it would have preserved 1/3 still to Philippine ownership and oversight, especially in those critical industries. But now, because we have opened up certain critical industries, including telecoms, for me especially telecoms, to 100% foreign ownership, then we are, I'm afraid, letting our guard down in terms of threats to our national security. Of course, I was able to get one proposed amendment accepted by the good sponsor, and this is on service resiliency and contestability. I have to say also, Regina, that I do support the objective of inviting more foreign investors into the Philippines para magpasok sila ng kapital, para mag-facilitate sila ng technology transfer sa atin. And I certainly accept the principle that Congress has the power and we exercise the power to determine kung alin sa mga industriya ay dito ay public utilities at alin ang hindi. And in this respect, Regina, I continue to commend our good sponsor and my colleagues for upholding, reserving to predominantly Philippine interest are common carriers, yung ating mga bus, taxi, jeepney, yung mga ating mga seaports at airports, right? To mainly Filipino ownership, and to companies whose foreign ownership is limited to 40%. I just wish na we had maintained that same standard in other critical industries, lalo na sa telecoms.
You said you were worried about rogue actors and non-state players. Do you have anyone specifically in mind, or any country, or
Certainly,
any company,
yes.
or?
Well, certainly during the whole committee hearings and the plenary interpellations and debates, China's shadow loomed large in my mind, because she's already bullying us in the West Philippine Sea. Nagkakaroon siya ng access sa iba't ibang sektor ng ating ekonomiya at lipunan. Dito na nga sa telecoms, also in our election logistics, further afield, but even more critically in terms of our energy assets in the West Philippine Sea. Tapos ngayon, parang mabibigyan pa ng cover of law yung presence nga niya sa ating telecoms industry. And we know that she has a track record and the capacity for cyber warfare, not just vis-a-vis the Philippines, pero iba pang mga bansa, which is why executives and legislatures in those other countries have stepped in to limit foreign, including Chinese influence in their own critical industry. Sayang that we didn't sustain or mount a parallel effort. And besides her and other countries, yun na nga, mga rogue non-state actors. And imagine, mismong si Sec Esperon ay nagsabing, we don't have a program yet, let alone a policy of cyber defense to uphold our national security.
Let's
So yan mga kabanata, yung pahayag ni Senator Risa Hontiveros kung bakit ayaw niya, hindi siya bumoto ng pabor patungkol dito sa 100% foreign ownership. Like yung mga telco, yun kasi yung target ngayon, yung mga telco. Pero sa palagay nyo, sa palagay nyo mga kabanat, hindi ba talaga pwede yung 100% foreign ownership dito sa mga telco? Sa akin siguro sa telco, at telco kasi, so lang pagbasihan kasi natin ngayon, kahit yung may-ari ng Globe Smart ay Pinoy, pero yung servisyo nila palpak din. Diba? Wala rin pagbabago. Siguro kung foreigner yung may-ari, baka magkakaroon ng murang internet. Diba? Pero alam naman natin, hindi naman mapapalitan yung Globe Smart kasi malaking kumpanya din yan. So nandun pa rin yung ni Risa Hontiveros, baka mamaya mapasukan tayo ng kasi 100% foreign ownership So ibig sabihin itong ating mga Pinoy wala talagang kakayahan na mamuno sa ating bansa na sariling atin. Umasa talaga tayo sa ibang bansa. Wala talagang pag-asang bansa natin mga kabanat magtayo ng sariling paa. Wala kang maaasahan. Ibig sabihin yung bansa natin hindi kayang tumayo ng sariling paa. So maraming salamat mga kabanat. Yan muna ating video. Medyo magsak views natin ngayon sa YouTube dahil yung mga video na in-upload natin ay medyo out of din. Hirap kasi wala talagang manita topic ngayon. Na ito. So maraming salamat and good night.